year 2022. Look at this is article. It was called the hottest summer every that year. It was so hot in India that it broke the 122 old record. 122 বছরের পুরনো রেকর্ড. But then come the summer of 2023. In 2023, the summer season was so scorching hot that scientists said that it was the hottest summer in the last 2000 years in the northern hemisphere of Earth. But then we come to year 2024, January 2024, hottest January ever recorded. February 2022, hottest February ever recorded. March 2024, hottest March ever recorded. April 2024, hottest month ever recorded. The last 11 months on Earth have been record-breaking in terms of heat. The scorching heat that you have to bear today is not normal, and you are not alone. Last month in South India and in the entire Southeast Asia, record-breaking heat wave have been seen. Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, everywhere. There was such unbearable temperature. In the Philippines, the heat index had crossed 53 degrees Celsius. In Uttarakhand, there were forest fire in the first week of May. Forest fire were seen in Odisha. Forest fire were seen in Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Jharkhand. Heat wave warnings are being issued all over the country, even in places like Kerala, where here are not heat wave usually, and now temperature have been soaring above 46 degrees Celsius in North India. Global warming and climate change are the main reason behind all this is. But are they only reason? No. In this video, come let's understand the two other reasons that are causing disease and what is the solution at the local level. What can we do to avoid this heat? First, we need to understand that such extreme weather events are not only seen in India or Southeast Asia, but also in every corner of the world. What happened in South America this month? At least 83 people are dead after days of heavy rain in southern Brazil, and more than 100 are missing. Another 1,23,000 people that have been displaced by flood. There were devastating flood in Brazil, in which more than 1,50,000 people were displaced. Entire cities was submerged. What is happening in South Africa? We are witnessing a terrible drought in southern Africa region is experiencing a severe drought with many family unable to catch for their daily need like food. Just spoke with some of the elder from the community, and the last time they can remember this type of drought is 1947. So this is not a normal circumstance, a drought unparalleled in the past several decades. That's why many Southern Africa countries have requested uh, 5.5 billion from the rest of the world to prevent a situation of starvation. There is one weather event behind all this is destruction, which is considered the biggest cause, El Nino. El Nino. It is a natural cycle of Earth climate. It is natural cycle of Earth Earth climate that is seen every 5 to 7 years. But due to climate change, it is becoming more extreme after year. The full name of this cycle is El Nino. El Nino, Southern oscillation in short. It is called uh, it is called it is short form ENSO. According to the World Heat Organization, this is the second biggest cause that change the climate of the earth, and on the first place is the relationship between the earth and sun. Earth revolution around the sun which cause the season to change, winter following summer and following winter. But after effect, El Nino has the second biggest impact. What is El Nino? It is something that can be seen in the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the world's largest and deepest ocean. Lying is the between Asia and the America. Imagine this is ocean is like a tub. A tub, water keeps moving from one side to another. When you move your hand in the tub, the water slows from one side to another and then gets back to first point. Similarly, winds blow over the Pacific Ocean, following from east to west. These wind are called trade. This wind called trade and most of the time they move from the America to the America to the direction of Asia and Australia, because it is based on Earth rotation. You must have read about the Coriolis effect in school. Since Earth rotate from west west to east due to this is Coriolis effect. The trade wind flow in the opposite direction. Due to this is normally the water on the surface of Pacific Ocean start following towards west. It means it start following towards Australia, and when the water on the surface start flowing in that direction in উফ আরেক ভিডিও বানাচ্ছি তো in the east the water below the surface level of sea start rising to surface that is near South America. The water from the depth of the sea rise towards in surface. This is called upwelling. The water that rise from the depth of the ocean is much clouder comparatively and has more nutrient. Because of this is fish and marine life also benefit. So in this is normal situation, the hot water goes to Australia and the cold water came to South America. When water is hot, it evaporation more easily, and because of that evaporation, clouds are formed and more rain is seen near Australia. But now, friends, imagine that these winds have weakened. This wind are not flowing as strongly over the Pacific Ocean. What happened? The upwelling will be weak, it will be almost non existent. The water on the surface will consistently remain hot. The clouds that were supposed to bring rain to Australia can rain anywhere over the Pacific Ocean, so the Australia region will be become very dry. This is the phenomenon of El Nino, which is like a regular cycle, but this is not a regular cycle. Sometime it happen every 4 years, sometime after 5 years, sometime at after 7 years. But when El Nino happen, it lasts for 6 to 12 months. But during the El Nino, the weather pattern of the world change in Australia and Southeast Asia. It cause higher temperature and drier weather condition. The risks of heat wave increase and the wildfire that took place in Australia. You might remember the violent violent Australian wildfire of 2020, even that caused by this is El Nino. The last El Nino event was in 2018 থেকে 19 which last till January 2020. This is why the bushfire in Australia happened in December 2019. Since then, today from January 2023 till now, another El Nino is the effect. The interesting thing here is that in South America, El Nino has the opposite effect as it has in Asia and Australia. That is, it rain more there, the risks of flood increase. This is why today we see many devastating flood in Brazil. Now, apart from there is an opposite phenomenon of El Nino, which is La Nina. Both these words are from Spanish. El Nino means the boy. Uh, La Nina means the girl. The normal condition of the Pacific Ocean, as I told you, normally if they go to extreme, then the El Nino effect is seen. What does this means? The uh, trade winds blowing towards the west start moving strongly in that direction. Because of this is colder water flow to South America and hotter water flow towards Australia, and it start raining more in Australia due to La Nina's events usually last longer. They can last for 1 to 4 years. After the El Nino of 2018 to 19, when La Nina come in 2020-2021, it becomes so extreme that it causes flooding in Australia. It becomes so extreme that it causes flooding in Australia. It rains so heavily in Australia. You can see the news from March 2021 floods in Australia. you can see this is interestingly chart on this is screen. This is graph depict the El Nino and La Nina event that took place over the last 30 years. The red peak are the El Nino event and the higher it is the stronger. The El Nino event was the strongest El Nino event till date was seen in 2015 to 16. After that was the 1997 and 1908 events, followed by the current 2023 to 24 event. On the other hand, the blue trenches are the La Nina event. Uh, La, the latest was in 2022-21, which went on all way up January 2023. Before this is the strongest La Nina was 1997 and 2000 years. If you zoom in the latest time, you will see that the graph of El Nino is going down again. Scientists believe that La Nina can start by July, August. How will this is impact India? India monsoon can be better than average this is year. Last year in the rainy season of 2023, there was not a lot of rain because of El Nino. El Nino is a big reason why the summer of 2023 and 2024 were very hot, because of which drought were seen in southern Africa countries. Even the heavy rains and flood in Dubai were caused by it. It shows some extent extreme. Scientists believe that climate change caused by human is making the El Nino effect more extreme. This is flood caused by El Nino are become more droughtness. Heat waves are becoming more and more violent. This is why in Kerala a heat wave warning has been issued only twice. The first time was in 2016 and the second time was in 2024. Both time during an El Nino event. The Indian Meteorological Department has a basic criteria to declare a heat wave. They say that if the temperature in the plain is above 40 degrees Celsius, above 37 degrees Celsius in the coastal area, and above 30 degrees Celsius in the mountain. Apart from this is if for two consecutive day the temperature is 45 degrees Celsius, Celsius Celsius wave will be declared, and if it is 6.4 degrees Celsius above normal for two consecutive days, then a severe heat wave will be declared. But if the temperature cross 45 degrees Celsius, then without checking any other condition, a heat wave is declared. Was about the temperature, but in itself temperature is not a very useful metric, because if you have ever noticed in May It is easier to tolerate 45 degrees Celsius in Delhi as compared to 38 degrees Celsius in Mumbai. 38 degrees Celsius in Mumbai seems more unbearable compared to 45 degrees Celsius in Delhi, where is this is it is because of this is humidity. The more humidity there is in the air, the more difficult it is to tolerate higher temperatures. But what really is humidity? Humidity relative. Humidity means the maximum moisture content in the air at the particular temperature. 100% relative humidity means that air is completely saturated at a uh, earthing temperature. Temperature. It is holding as much moisture than possibly can. You must have studied this is school too. And school reminds me to help you with your studies. There is an amazing app, Guinea AI tutor. That thing is the thing is hotter the air is, the more it is capacity of retaining moisture. Hot air can hold more moisture as compared to cold air. This is means that if the relative humidity of cold air and hot air is at 100%, hot air will have more moisture, and as the humidity increase, the more difficult it become for our body, for the sweat on our body to evaporate. And sweatening, as you know, it is number one way for our body to keeps us cool. It is uh, it is really hot, and their high humidity. It is reality and hot and their high humidity. We will not be able to sweat, and our body will not be able to keep itself cool. That can be lethal for us. This is why it is important to consider both temperature and humidity, and one metric that consider both of these things together is the heat index. How hot the weather our side will feel for us. On your phone, on your phone's weather apps, you would have noticed the temperature in Mumbai might be written as 31 degrees Celsius with the feel 37 degrees Celsius. Beside it, in some apps, it is written as real feel. This is feel like indicator is computed from the heat index. On this is chart, you can see the various temperature level and various relative humidity and their corresponding heat index. If the temperature is 35 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity is 50%, then it will feel like 41 degrees Celsius. But if at the some temperature the relative humidity is at 75 degree, then it will feel like a dangerous 53 degrees Celsius, and this is come under the red category, which means extreme danger. On this is index, you have a high chance of getting a heat stroke or a sun stroke. This is why the late, latest heat wave in the Philippines was so dangerous and deadly because the heat index there had reached 50 degrees Celsius. Those who do not know this is may look at actual temperature of only 40 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Celsius. Thinking that it's not very high, but it is very important to pay attention to the heat index, because even for the heat index of 32 degrees Celsius to 41 degrees Celsius, you need to take extreme caution. If you spend a lot of time in the sun or do any physical activities, it is possible to get a heat stroke. We hear case where people lost their life due to the heat due to a heat wave. And this is why temperature wise Delhi is so hotter right now, but heat index wise how bearable it is to stay outside intolerable by June end, because by then the rainy season is about to start and the humidity increase. Although the situation has worsened to an extreme, that in Delhi the heat index is touching 50 degrees Celsius, and according to this report, over the next few days it can reach as high as 56 degrees Celsius. Now, apart from this, there is another effect which increase the impact of heat wave, impact on a local level, and effect whose solution is much easier than all other effect. The unbearable heat is land effect in the different area of a city. Some places are hotter and some are colder. You must have noticed this is true. At place with more tree like parks, any other place, the temperature is relatively more comfortable. Here, compared to other area, and the area with only big con, only big concrete building, tall glass building, 8-lane highways, asphalt cover ground. These places are way hotter. These places are known as urban heat island, and there is very simple reason behind it. The glass and concrete in building, asphalt on road, all of this absorb heat. They absorb the sunlight. When a city is covered with concrete, there is no proper ventilation or air circulation. So what happens is that heat is absorb the outheast the day. The air does not circulate much, and at night the absorbed heat is released out into the air. This is effect was studied in Delhi, and it was found that the place where this urban heat island effect is present, like Connaught Place, Sitaram Bazar, Bhai Kaji, Kama Place. This place were 3 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius hotter as compared to the place with more tree like the has his district park, Buddha Gandhi Park. Think about it, friend. 7 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. It is such a huge difference. This is tell you the importance of tree, and this is why say that having a wave of road in any city should not be an indicator of development. Lying down concrete and asphalt in city and broadening the road is not real development in my opinion. In my opinion, development means this is that people have proper walkable place. Cities should be designed where the temperature outside is comfortable. There is enough gardening that people can walk to where they need to get car need to go. Car should be used as little as possible because cars release heat which increase the urban heat island effect. This is something that most development countries are starting to understand. Look at the transformation in Paris. Government there has been car from the city on car from the city on a large scale remove the asphalt rod and planted tree, promote cycling. All this is to reduce the intensity of the urban heat island effect, and people have a comfortable temperature to live in the city. So the people can walk from one place to another, promoting public transport as an alternative. Very important. Using air conditioner. Another thing that rise the intensity of the urban heat island effect when it gets hot outside. People use in their home using as in the house means that heat will be released outside, and the area or the environment outside will get hotter. One alternative to this is to use natural method. Ventilation should be incorporated into the design of building in a way that there is minimum need of area. Historically, our ancestors used to design such building. Look at this old building in Dubai. A tower is built in the building. This is the ventilation area so that air can circulate inside the house. Apart from this is in many places the roof are accurate paint white so that the sunlight can be reflect. Look at this article on Yale University website. If you paint your roof of your house white, then it will make a difference of 2 degrees Celsius to 3 degrees Celsius, because dark color absorbs sunlight and white color reflects sunlight, and this is applicable any for cities. It is equally applicable for rural area too. Apart from white paint, Another alternative can be to plant greenery, the roof plant, grass or grow tree.
এখানে ভিডিও বানাচ্ছি তো এখানে ডিস্টার্ব করলে হবে না, দাঁড়া এখন ডিস্টার্ব করবো না, পুরো ভিডিও বানাচ্ছি। আরে এখানে ভিডিওর মাঝখানে কথা বলো না যায়, ভিডিওটা পুরো বানিয়ে নিতে হবে, পানি অন্য করে দাও। তো তুমি গিয়ে নিয়ে আসো দাও দাও, ওটা ভিডিও বানাচ্ছি, এই জায়গায় ভিডিও বানাচ্ছি তো নাকি হয়ে গেছে, দাও আমার ভিডিও বানিয়ে নি। You will ask what else can we do instead of installing AC in house? What is the alternative in this is modern world? The straight answer is radiant cooling. This is a কই দাও তেজ পানি ব্যবস্থা, এটা কি? This is a new technology which save a lot of money in comparison to AC. What happen? Your install pipe in the walls through which cold water flow, and this is water flowing through the walls keep your house cool without an AC. This is technology is being used many new building, but in reality it is an old technology. In the older day, the fort built by king and imperial monument like Taj Mahal, how did they keep them cool? By using water channel. A small channel of water used to flow around the building, and since water pass through the area, it made the surrounding area cooler. This is same concept by promoting this is technology. Not only will the city remain cooler, but it will save money. Too, electricity bill will be reduced, and apart from this is obviously the government will need to focus on making cities greener, more tree, more park, so that the impact of heat wave can be minimized. But we will have to implement all this solution as soon as possible, because in the near future these heat waves are going to get more dangerous and more impactful. In recent future projection for the tropical Indian Ocean study, it shows that in few years we will see almost permanent marine heat wave in the Indian Ocean by 2050. In many area heat wave will last for 220 থেকে 250 day a year.